Today is August the 29th, 2015. Time being 9:30 a.m. Charleston, Missouri time. You see this sign that say Charleston Department of Public Safety Police Substation, 702 Vine Street. Got a phone number 573-683-4249. Got a drug hotline 1-888-773-DOPE. And you look at this building, it's a housing authority project where it's supposed to be a substation. Supposed to be, but it's never occupied. About 12:30 or so midnight, again, this is Vine Street, and there was shooting here. If you see these bushes, they separate my house from the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. This is something that the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority and the Charleston Police Department supposed to be governing. On top of that building, 3 cameras on that building. You got cameras up on all these poles. But last night, a little after midnight, I was in my laundry room. My daughter's number was still up. My dad was up. And I can actually see the fire from the gunshots coming from behind these bushes. Remember, behind these bushes, all this yard here is mine. Behind, on the other side of these bushes, is where I can actually see gun fire coming from the gun. You see right here close up, that's one of the holes of one of the bullets that not just hit, but went inside of my house in the same place that I was at. You see that? What some grazed. If we go down a little bit, we can see that this was a smaller caliber bullet there. Some people said it was a shootout. So the shooters had to be shooting from the west to the east and from the east to the west. But my point is, if this police substation was manned, and I'm not knocking all police here in Charleston, Missouri, because 1 or 2 that came on the scene last night, I believe they concerned. But police cars was lined all up and down from right here by my driveway, going back to that tree there. And the chief of police, Robert Hearns, happened to be in there. And I can hear him talking. He didn't even come out. At damn time did they tape this scene off. At damn time did they tape this scene off. But like I said, I'm not directing this to all police that works on the Charleston Police Department, because there's 1 or 2 that came out that I believe that they was concerned. But behind these bushes, where you see that bike at, like I told you before, 2 or 3 years ago, a young girl was beaten and killed right there. That's about 130 something feet, a little bit farther, 158 feet from this curve to this police substation is 58 feet right there. But yet ain't nobody in it. What do it take in this town? What if I'd have got shot? What if one of my children would have got shot? Felon or not, ain't nothing anybody can tell me. You got all these leaders down here, the NAACP, he don't live on this end. He live on the other end of town. He live on the east side of town. Up there by all the white people. And I'm not saying all white people down here prejudiced, but if all this shooting was happening in the white neighborhood, I know there would be something different. And like I said, some police in this town are trying to solve this thing, but then what sense of them trying to do anything when they have a chief don't care? The chief didn't even get out the vehicle. It was his job to take this scene off. A couple of police was out here looking, but you know, the chief should have been out of his vehicle like he do when it's something that he think he can get some type of notoriety on. He ain't gonna call KFVS. They don't care about this neighborhood. KFVS don't care about what's going on over here. You know, KFVS don't care nothing about what's going on this side of town because it's the black side of town. Now let this happen on the white side of town. People in this town need to start talking up. You know what I mean? People in this town need to start talking up. It's one of my daddy veteran friends here, you know. Shot about three times, got him out. I can see the fire through the bushes. But I just want to end this here to just say we need somebody from the federal government to come down here. Let some of these retired veterans get some of them AK-47s and do like Malcolm X said, eliminate some of this problem by any means necessary. Enough is enough. What if my children would have got hit? What if my 87-year-old dad got hit? This is Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority. They have a big screen TV. Paul Page have a big screen TV in his office right by his desk at 700 Elm Street or South Williams Avenue or Drive. The police department on Main Street has a big screen TV in front of them. But what is they doing? Is they watching the football games? What is they doing? You know, do blacks have to arm themselves? Put somebody in this police station. If they don't want to get in there, I know it's some retired veterans here would put themselves in there like they did in Ferguson, them white people getting on top of them roofs with them AK-47s. Send us some help down here. Get rid of Robert Hearns, the chief of police. Get rid of Anthony Mooney, the captain, and get rid of all of his ranking officers. They've been here too long and nothing is done. I'm going to leave y'all as I came with the peace and blessings of God. But there can't be no peace whether they're shooting at me or shooting at somebody else.